Thank you, Angela, for the introduction, and thank you so much for helping me setting up this tasting. It's, I think, the most exclusive tasting I've ever done. So I'm happy to share this with you today. It was very difficult to find all these wines. You helped me a lot doing that. It's not easy to locate the wine and to get them to London. And I will make a short presentation and then we go on with 11 wines instead of... The next wine is from Armenia. The grape is called Armenia. It comes from the ZORAH region in Armenia. This is a picture of me in 2003 over there with two wine growers of the Armenia village. And just behind me is this fountain with these rocks. Below is Armenia village. We don't know when it was first mentioned. It is named after the village. We don't know the surface of Armenia in Armenia, but we know that it is the most important red variety and the most cultivated red variety. I don't know if there are some official statistics about surfaces in Armenia. We don't know the parentage. Back in 2006, I was the first scientist to apply DNA profile to Armenian grape varieties. And checking Armenia, I could say it is distinct from all the other ones, but I could not identify the parents, and it would require a more deeper research to decipher the parents of all these grape varieties, and I wish I or someone else can do this in the future. Which is very interesting with this variety is that Armenia village is also the place where very recently has been discovered the world's oldest cellar. 4000 BC, so 6,000 years ago, there was a cellar in this village. It has been published in 2011. So when I was there in 2003, I didn't know of it. And in this cellar they have found a lot of things. They also have found the oldest shoe ever made on earth. So it's southeast of Yerevan, the capital city. And they have found this. They have found these are not amphoras. These are called karasi, like berries in Georgia. These are clay vessels that are buried underground to make wine. They have found pips, bunches, and tasting cups, which leaves no doubt about them making wine there. And all the wines there are made in a relative traditional way, but this guy here, who is with us today, Zorik, is making what I can call the best Armenian wine today, and I ask you to join me on the stage to talk about your wine. All I know is that it is 20,000 baht. So maybe there. So I met Zorik in Izmir at the EWBC conference, and we had a nice time together, and I really loved the wine you presented us, and I want to know more about your project and how you came up with such an extraordinary wine from Armenia, please.
First of all, the cellar is not mine, eh? And, that's it. Yeah. About the adventure, I can talk about the adventure, ZORAH adventure, which firstly I started as a hobby. I'm a first generation, but really very soon get out of the hand, and now it has become a lifestyle, very challenging lifestyle, but it's giving really enormous satisfaction behind all my expectations I could have imagined. It's challenging not only because I'm trying to revive the old traditions of Armenia. I'm trying to make an authentic wine with international credentials. I don't want to be the best in Armenia, I want international credentials. I'm working on it. But the most challenging part is because most of the traditions in Armenia are lost. We have 6,000 years of history, but because of our tumultuous history and related to so many things, we have lost a big part of our traditions. In this adventure, everything we do, we have to learn from our mistakes and our successes. So the process is slow, and I think this is the price you pay when you're a pioneer. I mean, I'm not complaining, but what we are achieving, respect to the other wineries, is very slow because we have to experience it on our skin. My mantra in this adventure is the way forward is the way back. So what I'm trying to do is to, as I say, revive the Armenian tradition, revive the ancient history we have, and matching it with the latest know-hows. In order to do this, the most difficult part is to manage to connect two different mentalities. Mentality of villagers that is in really rural part of Armenia, isolated, mountainous, ex-Sovietic mentality, and on the other hand you have the established winemaking techniques that you have to take into the system. Starting from grapes, there was no, I mean, we didn't have any confirmation of any kind about Armenia. That's the indigenous grape we are working with. So we have done, with my Italian viticulturists, we have done an enormous, and we are continuing to do field selection. We are trying to find the right clones. And I can tell you about the new plantation, which in any other vineyard maybe it's an easy process, but because of lack of new technology and mountainous, rocky lands we have, it is a really difficult process. I always say by joking, if Armenia doesn't have anything under the soil, we are lucky, there is no petrol, no uranium, nothing. But if one day stone becomes a precious item, we become rich in one day. So it's full of stones. Another interesting project I'm trying to revive in Armenia, as José was saying, we have 6,000 years back we were dealing with clays, amphora clays, but because of Soviet era, because Soviet decided that Armenia was designated for branding for no logical reason, so our tradition of clay making has been nearly gone. I mean, we do not have. I'm going from village to village to find the old potters, craftsmen, skilled craftsmen, and I'm trying to take youngsters with me to revive also this tradition, which I believe in it because our wines have had positive response because of also this aging we have in our winery. The latest chapter in our adventure is the new wine we are working on. This one is from 19th century wines. There are plantations semi-abandoned on 1,600 meters. They are so remote that even the transport getting there for the harvest is a big problem. We have to think how to get there to get the harvest. They are not grafted, they are on their own roots as our vineyard, because our area in Yeregnazor, we have never had the phylloxera. So all the wines are their own roots. This has survived also Gorbachev era of prohibition, of the he had this plan to prohibit Russians to drink vodka, so he decided that he was going to destroy the vineyards in Armenia. That was part of the plan, but because this part is so hidden, it survived also this attempt. We have also in progress other researches with other varieties, which Armenia is full of, but as Josè was saying, there's a lot of work to be done there because there are so many authentic indigenous Armenian wines, and we are working also on white wine. That's a future plan. That's it. I can talk for hours, but I think
I know. Well, thank you very much for this information. You make a wonderful wine. I just love your wine. It's fantastic. It has earthy. My description of your wine is like earthy cigar nose with spices, black currant. It's very complex on the nose. On the palate, it has pepper and coffee. It has a full taste, but it's not very muscular. It's light, it's elegant, as you are. It has a very nice finish of orange zest, bitterness. I like it. A woman called Jensis Robinson, a newcomer to the scene, described it as a gypsy wine with gypsy flavor. I don't know why, but she gave it 17 points, which is extraordinary for an Armenian wine. And congratulations for your work. Thank you very much.